Hello, it's me, Lord Iro, or as my friends in Baltimore like to say, F it is, dumbass. The audio for the first few seconds of this video is going to be kind of messed up because I think I was holding my mic kind of weird, but I don't really feel like fixing it, so I'm not going to. So yeah, enjoy the video. Handheld consoles were the foundation of my gaming life. From my first Game Boy Color back in the day, to the GBA, the DS, PSP, 3DS, Vita, I've pretty much had all of them. I loved seeing just how much power could be crammed into these portable machines. The different compromises that are made to put great games onto them. All the techniques used to get the most out of the hardware. The cool features each one has and all the different graphical styles that each one uses. Growing up with the original PlayStation and then later on getting a DS and seeing that they both had similar graphical styles was a real testament to how far gaming hardware had come, which showed me that today's home system could later be tomorrow's portable system. And although handheld consoles were always seen as like a companion piece to go along with the flagship console, they were really in a league of their own in my eyes, offering unique features that couldn't be replicated on the home console. The graphics weren't as good, but the libraries of amazing games that were playable from anywhere more than made up for it. Dedicated gaming handhelds aren't as prevalent as they used to be because smartphones have gotten a lot more powerful and are in everyone's pocket. And other than Nintendo with the Switch, companies aren't really making gaming handhelds like they used to. And then you got the Steam Deck, bridging the gap between console and PC gaming with a powerful, portable device at a good price that was not supposed to rhyme. Powerful, portable, and customizable, allowing you to play current AAA titles and emulate the classics on the go. And not even just the classics, like this thing is running current Switch games, which Nintendo is acting very normal about. And if you love handheld gaming devices like me, then this is a no-brainer, so naturally I ordered one a couple weeks ago. So, as a huge fan of portable gaming, you might be wondering what I think of the Steam Deck. Well, first I have to get it delivered to me. You can see the status of your order in Steam from when they process the payment all the way up to when they create the tracking number. From there you'll have to use the website of the carrier that they go with, which in my case was UPS. I ordered it on Monday and by Wednesday it was shipped out with a tracking number. By Thursday I could see that the package was in my state and would likely be delivered on Friday. Much quicker than I expected, by the way. Valve has done a great job of fulfilling these orders and getting them shipped out very quickly. I expected like at least a full week because they quote you on 1 to 2 weeks for delivery. So seeing that it was going to get there in just a few days was like super cool. So Friday comes and I'm feeling great. I'm thinking about the games I'm going to try first. I'm thinking about the emulators I'm going to set up. I'm going to have a really nice day after work. And since I don't live too far from my job, I figured I would just swing by on my lunch break and then, take it from the mailroom up to my apartment. Just, make sure nothing crazy happens. Sometimes packages get stolen and, if that Steam Deck went missing, I was going to start running up in niggas' houses. So I come home on my break at around 12:30 p.m. to see that they attempted to deliver the package, but they didn't. UPS didn't tell me that they needed me to be at home to sign for the package and that now they would have to try to re-deliver it on the next business day. A little disappointing, but no big deal. They give you an option to send it to another UPS location, and I quickly clicked that and chose the UPS store that wasn't too far from where I lived. And that's totally fine with me. I'll just pick it up after work, go on about my day. 6:30 comes along and then I call customer support just to confirm that my package was sent to the other location. And the representative tells me that those requests are typically fulfilled the next business day, which in my case could either be Saturday or Monday depending on what the store wants to do. Now at this point, I'm pretty bummed out, but it's not the end of the world if I have to wait just a couple more days to get the package. But of course, I just had to ask, is there any other way I could get the package today? And the rep said yes, but I'd have to pay about $8 extra. A small price to pay to get the package today, so I agreed and I gave him my card information and he confirmed the payment. Next, he tells me that I need to wait for a phone call in about an hour that's going to have instructions on where I need to go to get the package and how long I have to pick it up. I ask if there's a specific location or area I need to go to, and he just straight up gives me the address of a UPS customer center that's about 20 minutes away from me. So I head over to the customer center and I get there at about 7 p.m., but I noticed that they close at 7:30. I'm noticing drivers walking out of the customer center with their bags, walking over to their cars, getting ready to leave, and I'm like, all right, hold on. I haven't gotten a call yet. Don't know what's going on. Let me go inside of the customer center, maybe talk to somebody who's working in there before they close and see if maybe they just forgot to call me. At around 7:25, I walk into the customer center and 2 women greet me and ask me what I need. Now, I deal with the public at my job too, and I just walked into their job 5 minutes before they close with a complicated situation. So I already know what type times they on. I tell them my situation and one of them tells me that they'll check to see if the package is ready to get picked up, but they're unsure if it'll be ready before they close. She checks her computer and tells tells me that the driver that has my package isn't back from his route yet and is gonna be late. Too late to get the package to me before they close their doors, so I would have to come back on Monday and pick the package up then. Okay. Now I'm hurt. I know it's not their fault, and like I said, I came in pretty late, and I know they're just trying to go home, so I didn't make a big deal about it. I told them that I paid extra and was instructed by customer service to come to that location to pick it up today, and they told me that they were sorry, but that I needed to call customer service again to let them know that there's nothing that they could do for me at the customer center because my driver wasn't back yet, and they were about to close. Feeling absolutely defeated and betrayed and not wanting to make that their problem, I walked out and went back to my car so that I could call customer support and get my $8 back. Story over. Wasted an hour of my Friday night. I'll go and get it on Monday. Except to my surprise, the next representative I talked to had something else to say. Apparently, the first guy wasn't supposed to tell me to go to that location and was just supposed to have me wait for the phone call. And this rep reassured me that all I needed to do was wait for a phone call and that they would make arrangements for me to be able to pick this package up today from a location. He didn't necessarily say where. He didn't say if I need to come back to the customer center. He just said wait for the phone call and we'll tell you where to go to pick the package up. And I would definitely be able to get it today. So now I'm pretty confused and very skeptical, but just to be sure, I have him confirm to me 100% that I will get a call from them later on today and it will have instructions on where to go to pick up my package. And he said yes, and I said okay. So I decided to just hang out in the area for a little bit because it would make sense to still be out and about for when I get the call. That, and I wasn't too far from home anyway, so it wasn't a big hassle to just run back home if I get hosed again. So I stopped by a nearby shopping center, get some food, and wait in my car for the phone call. 7:30 turns into 8:30, turns into 9:30, and at this point, I am about to turn into Eustace Bad. So I decided to go home and relax and totally wait for the phone call that I'm totally not wasting my time over. I get home at around 10 o'clock and sit on my couch, still in my work clothes, and I decide that I'm gonna give it one more hour before I just call customer service and ask for my money back and accept my L like the donkey I am. 11 o'clock rolls around and I call customer service again. It's late, I got work in the morning, and at this point, I just want to know if someone's still gonna give me a call and tell me to meet up somewhere to pick this thing up. Like it's 11 o'clock at night. I'm starting to think that whoever I meet up with is gonna like bonk me on the head and rob me or some shit. I asked her to check and see if anyone's like tried to call me or like reach out to me at all, and she said that she can't see if anyone's tried to reach out to me with the system she's using. Okay. And then she tells me that from what she can see, my package is at the UPS store that I first requested to have it sent to back when they couldn't deliver it earlier today. Now I'm confused. Did the driver like get back to the customer center and then take it to the UPS store that I requested? Is this the location that they wanted me to pick it up from? And if so, why haven't I gotten a call yet? So whatever. It's at the UPS store and she tells me to give them a call to confirm. Only problem is it's 11 p.m. and they closed at 8. But she tells me that the pickup was confirmed by the store at 9:30, and that's after 8, so if they accepted it after 8, they might still be there for me to pick it up. Do that even sound like some shit that makes sense? I hang up with her after she assures me that the package is at the UPS store, which isn't the worst thing in the world because at least they're open on Saturdays and I wouldn't have to wait until Monday. But for now, I just needed to call the UPS store and see if they had the package. So I called their number and they didn't answer. Of course they didn't answer. Why would they answer? They've been closed for 3 hours. I immediately call back and I just want my $8 back now. Clearly I'm not gonna get my package today, and if it was at the UPS store, then whatever, I'll get it tomorrow after work, but I paid specifically to get the package today, so I'm gonna need that $8 back. I get another representative and I explain the long list of events that got us to where we are now. The missed delivery, the initial request to have it sent to another location, the first guy charging me extra to go get it from the customer center saying that they didn't have it and I'd have to come back Monday, the next guy calling me and assuring me that I would still be able to pick it up today if I just waited for a phone call, never getting the phone call, the next rep telling me it's at the UPS store and the UPS store still being open, so give them a call, and the UPS store not being open anymore. And she gives me the good old, I really do apologize. I'm so sorry to hear that. I truly empathize with your situation, sir. Let me see what I can do to help. And this woman tells me that my package is still at the customer center and I have to pick it up on Monday. I counter by telling her, fucking counter. It was like a fucking counterattack. Objection! I respond by telling her that the person I just spoke to less than 5 minutes ago told me that it's actually at the UPS store that I first requested to have it sent to, and that I could at least pick it up tomorrow. But she tells me that it's not at the UPS store, it's at the customer center, and since they're closed on weekends, it's gonna have to be Monday. She's really sorry I got the wrong information, but that's how it's gonna be. I asked to at least get the refund for the $8 since I can't get my package today, and that's why I paid extra. And wouldn't you know it, refunds have to be handled by the billing department. And they're closed now. And they're not open on weekends. Go f yourself. I hang up and I am heated, dude. Like, I could not believe that something as mundane as, is there any way that I could still get my package today, could turn into such a let's see who can stomp Kenny out the most contest. I'm sitting on my couch at 11 p.m. still in my work clothes, punching the shit out of the air, when I got a thought. I've been told so many conflicting stories by every representative I've talked to that I wondered what would happen if I called back one more time right after the last one and just asked them where the package was. Surely this representative would not contradict the last one, would they? Would they? Do I even need to say it? I reached yet another representative and then I said, hello, my package wasn't delivered earlier today and I wanted to know where I needed to go to pick it up. And she tells me to wait just a moment. She checks her computer, and then she tells me that it's at the UPS store near me and I can pick it up tomorrow. Oh my God! Ain't nobody do it like Jesus! Real shit, once I got off the phone, I wasn't even mad. Like, I just started laughing. The fact that calling back to back produced completely different, contradictory answers was hilarious to me, like, unironically. I turn in for the night and I prepare for the next day, where I'll likely be disappointed that the last person I talked to has steered me wrong once again. On my break the next day at work, I called the UPS store and surprise, surprise, they still don't have it. So I wait until I get off work to call customer service once again and figure out where my package is once and for all. And the representative confirmed to me that it was at the customer center and that I would have to pick it up on Monday. I accept the information and go about my weekend. So there you have it, one crazy adventure to finally get my Steam Deck, right? Well, not quite. There still had to be one last unexpected twist. I show up to the customer center after work on Monday, and the whole ride there, the one thing going through my mind is, realistically, what do I do if I go to this customer center and they say they do not have my package? I've been acting very cool and calm and civil up to this point, but I feel like I'm going to... If I don't get my... really cannot say that. Wow, holy shit. In my mind, I am just like going through different scenarios of what my brain will do if they tell me that they do not have my package at this customer center. Like, I can accept a bunch of call center people giving me the runaround and like fucking up information, but there's no shot that after all of that, the customer center does not have my package on this Monday, right? Right? Nah, I was totally there. The lady from Friday night immediately recognized me when I walked in. And then she proceeded to tell me that minutes after I left, they were looking all over for me in the parking lot because the driver with my package had just come back and they could finally give it to me. It's cause I'm black, ain't it? But then I realized that I didn't immediately drive away after I walked out of the building. I sat in my car on the phone with customer service for like 15 minutes before I drove off, and I was parked pretty close to the door. Either way, I let her know about the crazy experience I had over the past couple of days, and she was just like, yeah, customer service is all over the place. You know how they are. She seemed really sorry about the whole situation, and we had a nice little laugh about it. It was, no harm done, water under the bridge. It's a fucking game console, and I have it now, so whatever. When I told both my sister and my mom this story without like connecting the dots in my head, they were both convinced that this lady was like kind of like embellishing how much she was trying to look for me, almost as if she was trying to cover up for something. And in my mind, I really didn't think too much of it, but then like things started clicking a little bit, and it did really seem weird that she couldn't notice me if she really went out in that parking lot looking for me. Like, it wasn't dark outside and I was sitting in my car, my windows aren't tinted, and like, I know I'm not the most unique looking nigga on earth, but like, I feel like if you run into the guy with the long blonde locks, that you'll probably recognize him if you see him again. Okay, whatever, she didn't actually look for me, or maybe the driver didn't actually show up right after. If that is the case, there's a really big implication to that. If they were lying about that, then that means that they were lying to cover up something that they did wrong, likely to kind of take the heat off of them thinking that I was gonna come back in upset. What seems more likely is that either A, the package did arrive some short time after I left, but a few minutes later they would have been closed, They close up shop for the day. They head back in on Monday. Then they get an earful from their higher ups about how this guy came in on Friday at our customer center. You guys turned him away early, and then he's been blowing up customer service trying to figure out where his package is, and he's been super inconvenienced, and now he's gonna leave bad reviews and it's just not gonna look good. Or B, the package was there the entire time, and due to some type of error of them not seeing it, or like maybe hitting the wrong button, or who knows, they turned me away early. I'm blowing up the phones of customer service all weekend, and now they have to deal with the fact that all of this would have been avoided if they just would have not turned me away so early. Either way, I can't confirm any of this. I'm not really trying to levy any accusations, but I just thought it was kind of curious that like I told 2 straight people that story without any type of thought that there could have been like a screw up on the customer center side, because I was considering them like completely blameless in this situation. But when I told my mom and my sister about this, they both were like, yeah, it kind of seems like they were like, you know, protesting a bit too much, trying to make it seem like they did everything they could, which if that was a lie, that would imply that they were lying to cover their asses. And if they were lying to cover their asses, then that means that I probably should have gotten my package at the customer center, and because of what they did, I didn't. Could be a stretch. I don't really care. It's a fucking game console. It's just, you know, worth noting. Anyway, I finally get my package, and then I go home. And the moral of this story is, god damn, UPS sucks. This entire experience, from not being told that I had to be home to sign for the package, to all the crazy contradictory stories that the call center was telling me, gave me probably the worst customer service experience I think I've ever had. And I have Comcast. Never has a company taken me on a joyride and wasted more precious hours of my life, quite like UPS did on the last weekend of April, the year of our Lord 2023. Fuck. Oh yeah, and the fucking Steam Deck's pretty cool, I guess. I'll see you later.